Hello, and very happy to see you on Sussex Daily News Channel version 2. This video, we finally discovered how much Meghan craves the limelight. Let's discuss it now. I have long argued that Meghan Markle will do absolutely anything to keep herself in the spotlight. We're seeing her do exactly that right now. When the pandemic situation was hot news and people were locked down, she was out with her meal ticket on her arm, delivering food to those in need. It just so happened that there were fully functioning security cameras, paparazzi, and people capturing the moments on video while they went about their good deed. Up until that point, Meghan's main aim was Hollywood. Remember her working with Disney+? Yeah, that all seems so long ago now. As what's trending on Twitter changes, so does Meghan's plans. She's like a cat chasing the beam from a torch, desperate to catch that light and have it shine on her. That's right, Meghan Markle has always craved the spotlight. I've said it many times, it's all about Meghan. It was this attitude that in part resulted in both her and Hollywood Harry leaving royal life behind. Meghan has to be the center of attention at all times. She has an unhealthy obsession with the spotlight, unhealthy enough that she would reportedly announce her pregnancy on the same day as a wedding she was attending. Yeah, seriously. Now that, my friend, is some next level crazy right there. According to the explosive new book Royals at War, this all took place on the wedding day of Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank. Meghan put her foot in it when she decided that it would be the ideal moment to announce that she and Harry were expecting their first child. This was a huge social gaffe, even if you were not a royal, stealing the limelight from Eugenie, who was furious, as was her mother Sarah. Indeed, as Meghan Markle slowly realizes that the Hollywood career she had in mind isn't coming to fruition, it seems she's looking to branch out. We've heard the rumors of political aspirations, with lofty dreams of becoming the President of the United States being tooted by some. What if Meghan somehow managed to combine Hollywood and politics in an attempt to announce her arrival? Most people are not familiar with Maverick Johnson Malone. Maverick is the star of a book titled Election Year, written by Lloyd Scott. The plot sees the protagonist approaching the U.S. presidential election in 2020 as a staffer for Senator Suni Wainwright, a candidate on track to become the first female president. This sounds very promising, but there's a twist. Wainwright is a Russian operative, and only Maverick Johnson Malone knows this explosive fact. Armed with this knowledge, it is down to Maverick to expose the dastardly Wainwright and protect the very democracy that America is built on. So, where does Meghan Markle come into it? Good question. Our source commented, "This is Meghan's new project, and she plans to adapt Election Year into a screenplay. If you're not having any real success roping Brad Pitt or any of Hollywood's other big hitters into a project, why not just create your own?" The fact that it has a political theme is interesting, considering the reported intention of Meghan Markle to make inroads into the social justice and political scene. CCN's exclusive source continued, "It's Meghan's way to break into the social justice conversation in America that she's angling for." Admittedly, there isn't an awful lot of information available on the author of the Election Year novel. What we do know is that Lloyd Scott, the author of Election Year, considers herself to be a renegade woman writing shiro action-adventure novels full of womanly badassery. It sounds like the perfect fit, doesn't it? I do not doubt that Meghan Markle sees herself in that vein. In reality, though, a badass woman who relies on her husband's name, her father-in-law's money, and the generosity of a man in Tyler Perry for free accommodation and access to a private jet? Yeah, not a quite on par with Maverick Johnson Malone, as far as female heroes go. I'll admit that when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry first made their intentions known, I believed they had a shot at success. Prince Harry was going to try and break into the lucrative speaking circuit, while Meghan seemed determined to make a real fist of it in Hollywood. Their move to Los Angeles from Vancouver Island seemed to back up the rumors we'd heard about their plans. But it simply hasn't worked out for the Hollywood royals. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Within weeks of the couple settling into their freeloading accommodation, they've been hit by a full-blown pandemic and lockdown. This has been followed by racial tension and protests, with the liberal smattering of riots. If real life isn't going according to plan, and no Hollywood directors are looking to turn you into a star, why not just write your own screenplay? At this stage, it's looking like the only way Meghan Markle comes out of this whole situation as the hero is if she writes the script herself. However, discuss this reveal. An anonymous expert explains, Meghan may have political aspirations, but she will need a lot of money behind her to run for any public office. Also, political candidates come under fierce scrutiny, and she's probably had enough of that. Nobody's plans have worked out this year because of COVID, including her and Harry's. In their case, the pandemic hit at the worst possible time, while they were pivoting from royal life into their new life. I'm sure Meghan had visions of being wined and dined by Hollywood's A-listers and social networking with America's movers and shakers upon arriving in Los Angeles. Sadly, this has not been the case and won't be for the foreseeable future. Meanwhile, their bright light is dimming. He continues, Prince Charles has said he will only financially support them for their first independent year. After that, it's up to them to earn their own living. I would imagine Harry is having second thoughts at this stage. Meghan, however, can never go back. She's burned too many bridges in the UK. There's a lot to be said for leaving any situation, especially when affecting family or financial status, on good terms. They're in a pretty unenviable situation right now. Back to Eugenie's story. Shocked? I'm not. It's no wonder that certain royal sources went to great lengths to deny the story, as it's absolutely shameful. What it isn't, though, is a surprise. I mean, let's get serious here. I know it was Princess Eugenie's big day, but that doesn't really matter, does it? The talk of the town will obviously be Meghan Markle, right? What was she wearing? Who did she talk to? Did she bother to even attempt to curtsy to the Queen today? Coincidentally, Meghan's outfit for the big day became the subject of much debate. What she wore was intended to draw attention to the pregnancy rumors and make sure Meghan was front and center that day. No doubt in Meghan's mind, the day wasn't about Princess Eugenie and her new husband. The couple was simply the support act for Meghan Markle announcing her pregnancy. Surely they should just be thrilled that Meghan chose their wedding as the backdrop for her announcement. Sure, the likes of Bazaar immediately went into the cleanup mode and tried to dispel the talk. Still, anybody with a bit of savvy about them could look at what was going on around the royal family at the time and draw their own conclusions. According to news.com.au, at almost the exact same time as Kensington Palace tweeting that Meghan was pregnant, Sarah Ferguson posted a tweet about her daughter's wedding dress, followed by 2 photos from the big day. I find Meghan's behavior abhorrent. The attention-seeking is unforgivable. Harry is having got an issue about his mum, but Meghan is not there to support him. Whether or not Meghan announced her pregnancy at Eugenie's wedding is beside the point. She came to the wedding wearing a maternity coat. She was only 12 to 14 weeks pregnant at that stage, and nothing was showing, so she was definitely trying to spark speculation. No mention of Harry and Meghan's announcement. I'll let you draw your own conclusions from that series of events. Me? Well, I've read enough and heard enough over the years to know that Meghan Markle operates this way. I've said it before and I'll no doubt say it again. It's all about Meghan. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle and her husband, Prince Harry, are reportedly supporting various civil rights organizations in their quest to hold the tech giant accountable for past transgressions. This is a noble cause. However, can the Duchess of Sussex really afford an enemy like this? To be clear, Facebook certainly has a lot to answer for. In 2014, the tech giant participated in what would ultimately become known as the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Additionally, hate groups have long found a home on the social media platform, causing many to boycott them. So, Meghan Markle speaking out against the tech giant is not in and of itself a bad thing. And naturally, their nonprofit organization benefits from such a public stance against Facebook. Over the past few weeks, the couple has encouraged CEOs around the world to stand in solidarity with a coalition of civil rights groups like the NAACP, Color of Change, and the Anti-Defamation League, which began urging marketers to stop buying ads on Facebook via the Stop Hate For campaign 2 weeks ago. Their new nonprofit, Archwell, will in part be focused on areas of digital trust and well-being, according to a source working closely with the couple on building the organization. Noble though this may be, this isn't something they can afford to do quite yet. While Meghan Markle has been derided for the Archwell trademark, the reality is it's a minor issue and one that's easily fixed. But that doesn't mean Archwell is on stable ground. It also doesn't mean that the Sussexes can afford to make a powerful enemy of Facebook. Eventually, this boycott Facebook campaign will achieve its goals. And where then does that leave Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? This is something they need to consider if they wish to go forward. And you? What do you think about my discovery? Please let me know in the comment section and we can discuss. Thanks to ccn.com for the material we use in this video and our other videos. If you loved my video, remember to like and share it for everyone who also loved it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss any new video by reporter Sasha Beloved. Now good night and see you in the next video.
Hello everyone, we have been trying every day to bring you the latest news. Please raise your hand to support us.